Absolutely, Channing, Tim. So the Coeur d'Alene mayor and police chief will actually be here at the Coeur d'Alene Public Library today at 11 to speak about the arrest that happened over the weekend. At this point, we don't know exactly what information they will be sharing, but we do know that we will be here to get that update. So what we know for now, here's a look at some video from Saturday afternoon. This is when officers opened the back of the U-Haul on Northwest Boulevard in Coeur d'Alene. Inside, 31 men, all wearing the same khaki pants, blue shirt, and white face coverings. Coeur d'Alene police say the group was wearing patches linking them to the group Patriot Front. Southern Poverty Law Center says the group is a white nationalist hate group. Police say the men came from 12 different states, including the group's leader, Thomas Russo. Some of the suspects are here from the Pacific Northwest as well. One arrested, Michelle Buster, has a Spokane address. CDA police say the men were on their way to riot. They had homemade riot shields, a smoke grenade, and plans marked up.
It is clear to us, based on the gear that the individuals had with them, the stuff they had in the possession and in the U-Haul with them, along with paperwork that was seized from them, that they came to riot downtown.
Coeur d'Alene police say the hate group was on their way to the Coeur d'Alene Pride event where hundreds of people were celebrating. All 31 men were charged with conspiracy to riot, which is a misdemeanor here. They have all since bonded out of jail. And again, we will be back here at the Coeur d'Alene Public Library at 11 this morning for the city's update. You can tune into Crime 2 News at noon to hear the updates. In Coeur d'Alene, Nicole Hernandez, Crime 2 News.
Well, since Saturday's arrest, we now know the names, the hometowns, and even the ages of those involved.
So let's break down what we know about those arrested. The 31 men are from 13 different states, including Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and Texas. The Coeur d'Alene police chief says all of them have ties to the white nationalist group called Patriot Front. Crime 2 did reach out to the Southern Poverty Law Center. They also call them a white nationalist hate group. They branched out from another group called Vanguard America following the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017. So here's what a representative with the Law Center had to say about the hate group.
These more explicitly violent actors are taking up that space and taking it as an invitation to target individuals in a very physical and violent manner.
According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, the group's mission calls for the formation of a, quote, white ethno-state in the United States. Now, this is 23-year-old Thomas Russo. He founded the group in Texas after that 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. He was among those arrested on Saturday. Also among those arrested was a Spokane man. He has been identified as 22-year-old Michelle Joshua Buster. Now, a local advocacy organization familiar with hate groups is crediting law enforcement for how quickly they were able to handle the arrests.
That's right. The Kootenai-County Task Force on Human Relations works to fight discrimination and hate. 40 years ago, the organization started following the rise of the Aryan Nations, an Idaho-based white nationalist group. The task force says North Idaho is not the place to bring this kind of hate. Board member Tony Stewart says Idaho has experience with these groups and law enforcement was ready to act.
The police department of Coeur d'Alene, with county and city police departments and the state and with the FBI, they were prepared. And I think the reason for that is that we went through so much back in the 1980s and 90s with not only the Aryan Nations, but Order 1 and Order 2. And I cannot overstate our task force's praise of the police and how they dealt with this.
Stewart says this situation makes the task force more determined to work and be available to victims.
Now, Idaho Governor Brad Little tweeted about Saturday's event, saying intimidation, scare tactics, and violence have no place in our great state. He also went on to applaud law enforcement for their quick actions in Coeur d'Alene over the weekend.
We know this is a lot of information, so if you would like a link to our coverage of the Coeur d'Alene arrest, just text the word arrest to the number 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to your phone.